Hello everybody, I'm your favorite neighborhood Let's Play SpiderMwa, and welcome you back to Let's Play Gabriel the Sins of the Fathers. As we left off, I didn't know what to do with some things. It's kind of funny that I went to the Gedde estate, but I couldn't get in even though I have the badge to show, but I don't know why it didn't work. For some reason it just wouldn't work, but I'm gonna try that out. Soon enough, we just have to go to Jackson Square first, because there's some interesting things happening here. And also just listening to the music. So here we have this guy. An artist is taking advantage of the fine weather. And also, the juggler looks like a beginner practicing his act. Well, juggling is not easy. I've tried. Failed. Tried again. Failed many times. Yeah, juggling is not my thing. The juggler is busy. Can we talk to the artist? Nice drawing of the cathedral. Thanks. It's really precise. Well, I'm an architectural student, actually. It's good practice. And apparently there's a jogger. People seem to be enjoying the park despite the lack of sunshine. The other park visitors enjoying their leisure and interested in blah blah blah. Could I ask you some questions? I'd rather not. I really get focused when I'm drawing. Okay, fine. We do need to talk to him at some point. I guess we need to come from the other side to trigger an event with him. There you are, really going at it. You play those instruments, boys. Hey, come back here! Hey! Unbelievable. Wrong luck. So yeah, so he lost his drawing there. There's a drawing caught up against the hedges. Let's try to grab it. That's what we need to do. Gabriel can't reach the drawing from where he is. Crap. But there is a way. A tap dancing boy. A small boy tap dancing enthusiastically for a lucky dog vendor. The vendor ignores him. The lucky dog vendor has his nose buried in a paperback novel. Gabriel notices that it is not, big surprise, one of his. Well, there are millions of books out there, so why would you expect it to be yours, Gabriel? Thinking kind of high of yourself there, man, aren't you? Could I get a lucky dog, please? Not now. I'm busy. An ambitious persons in the 90s? Amazing. Unambitious. I know how to read. Sometimes. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Yup, I mind, alright. Why? Because A, I don't know anything, and B, I'm busy. Oh. Let's talk to the boy. Interrogating the little boy wouldn't be very useful. Well, how about we just talk to him? You dance pretty well for a kid.
Give me some money then.
I don't have any.
Then don't block the view, mister.
Block what view? Hot dogs? Well, we do have something that the vendor might be interested in. This. $20 gift certificate for St. George's looks pitifully new and unused. Well, soon it's going to be used, alright. Let's give it to him and get ourselves a lucky dog. I have this gift certificate. I'm busy. It's good for $20 at the St. George's Books. Finest bookstore in New Orleans. Really? I'll have to check it out sometime. You could have this gift certificate with you, if you'll give me a lucky dog. A lucky dog for a $20 gift certificate? Sure! Here you go! So we got a jingle and a jangle and a hot dog. The lucky dog is plump and juicy. Mmm. Don't you just love it when you get a really good hot dog from a vendor? We don't really have those around here, except if there's some kind of a happening somewhere. Like, I really can't think of anything right now. But usually carnivals, circus maybe, and some other kinds of happenings during Easter or some other celebration days. We have some kind of events around some places, and there can be vendors around them. Usually there are. Kind of like a market place. But let's give the hot dog to the kid. You wouldn't like a lucky dog by any chance?
Would I?
Yeah, would you? Jeez.
Thanks, mister. You got any special requests? Let me know.
Well, we actually do have something. You mentioned something about special requests.
Yeah, you got one?
Can you do the Nutcracker Suite in D minor? He's tap dancing, not playing an instrument. When the Saints go marching in, that's pretty much everybody playing around here. Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Can I? Just watch me.
Good. There's something in there I can't quite reach. Come on. Can you reach that piece of paper?
Sure thing. Here you go. Yep. See ya.
Well, we got the piece of art back. I wonder what it looks like. That's a picture of a cathedral, alright. It's a technical drawing of St. Louis Cathedral. It looks more like that to me. It's not just a structural drawing. It looks like a freaking piece of art. A really good piece of art, if you ask me. Well, since we have it back, let's give it back to the proper owner. This belongs to you, doesn't it?
My drawing! How'd you get it?
Oh, it was a bit of a squeeze, but I hate to see you lose your work. I lost my only copy of a manuscript once.
Well, you saved my butt. Let me know if I can ever do the same for you.
Okay.
Since we made new friends, how about we give him this?
Say, do you think there's anything you could do with these patterns?
What do you need?
Is there any way you can reconstruct the whole pattern from these partials?
The pattern is probably circular. There's some repetition in the elements. What is this from, anyway?
You'd never believe me.
Oh, okay. Well, I think there's an area missing. If you could get me any more of these,
I'll see what I can do.
Well, we do have that one last piece. Right here.
I have another one of those patterns.
Really? Let's see. Yeah, this is great. I think there's enough overlap now. I'll give it my best shot. I'll show you what I come up with tomorrow.
Great, I appreciate it.
So yeah, he's gonna reconstruct what the circular voodoo thing looks like in total. But we have to wait until the next day starts to get it back.
In full glory.
I can't talk through that because that music is just too good. Let's visit the Dixieland drugstore and go ask a few things from Willie, if he's willing to do so. That was quite a stretch.
Hello.
Huh. Oh. Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Bienvenue, Madame Casano. Comment ça va? How are you feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker. I'm certain someone's buried a sleep nut bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink in weeks.
Ah, don't that beat all. Gonna need some easy night candles then?
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I see 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosaries are good, sure enough, but you burned those candles too, and you're gonna whip any old no-sleep gris-gris. I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker.
Put them on my account and send them around to my house. Oh, there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know Mrs. Lefebvre put stomach ache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dames. I've been in misery.
You put 9-pin Hansi up in a little box, add a pinch of graveyard dust, and put it under her front porch step. That'll turn the trick back on Mrs. Lefebvre, and she'll be the one with the bellyache. I have the pins and dust right here if you want them.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though it don't hurt to be proactive none, neither, does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It is nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
I definitely gave the worst voice for a dog ever. But then again, the dog voice in Simon the Sorcerer wasn't better. So, let's ask him a few other things.
Can I ask you just a few more questions? Whatever, man.
Let's see,
That customer of yours, the little old lady? Customer? The woman I saw in here. Madame Cazanou, you called her? I don't talk about my customers to men who come in off the street. Have you ever heard of a Schattenjäger? Man, I don't even know what language that is.
it's German. Schattenjäger. We'll find out eventually what it means, even though I do know what it means. Well, there's nothing else to talk to him about, but we need to find out who this Madame Cazanou is, because she seems to know about voodoo. So let's go to back to St. George's bookshop, of course, and talk to Grace about Madame Cazanou.
Lucy, I'm home.
I wish you wouldn't wear that coat outside in June. I can smell you from here. Well, we need to talk to you, Grace.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
I need you to look up a Madame Cazanou.
Madame Cazanou? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend Malia Gedde was?
Grace, Cazanou's at least 70.
As if that makes a difference to you. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a Schattenjäger?
No. Is that a voodoo word?
I don't think so. It's German.
Oh, but it has a nice ring, doesn't it? Schattenjäger.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Wasn't she a big voodoo queen before the Civil War?
That's right.
Well, you've just heard everything I know about her.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I'd rather not hear about your sex life, Knight.
Do you have messages for me?
Nope, not right now. Well, don't need to be all sarcastic all the time, Grace. That doesn't help you in life, in the long run. I wonder if there's any info about Schattenjägers in the books. I highly doubt it, but hey, it's a stretch. Oh well.
I'll be back later.
See ya. So, let's try for Malia Gedde once more times. It should be easy. I just go in, flash the, show the, badge. And that should be it. May I help you?
Magazine. I have a fine selection of magazine subscriptions for sale. We do not welcome solicitors. Is that Sir? Oh, Ronald Weasley. Love your song.
I don't know why I always go that when I do a snotty British accent. I usually just go to that. It's a freaking awesome cartoon anyway. Short but sweet. Well, not really sweet, but it's damn funny. I'd like to see Malia Gedde, please.
I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
I'd really like to see Malia Gedde.
I told you that unless you have official business with Miss Gedde, I cannot let you in.
I do have official business.
Really? Please tell me the nature of your business.
Show him this. My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business.
Really? How interesting. Wait here, I'll inform Miss Gedde.
I think the last time my problem was that I actually clicked on Gabriel instead of the butler.
Miss Gedde will see you. Right this way. Miss Gedde will be down shortly.
Thank you. Nice crackling. Nice room, I have to say. Love the ambiance of it.
What can I do for you, detective?
Well, let's take a look around first. Harvard Classics, Homer, Virgil. Maybe Malia wouldn't be impressed by a signed copy of one of Gabriel's novels. Beautiful women. They must be relatives.
They are.
Roses and gardenias give the air a sweet taint. It should. Romantic.
I like firelight, detective.
Who doesn't? Genuine lion skin. I can imagine doing things on that rug.
Excuse me?
Oh, nothing. Yeah, keep your thoughts to yourself there, Gabe. But not?
More or less. It's a Picasso.
Cool. Ming Dynasty, perhaps? Nice statue. I like it.
Thank you. It's The Rebellious Slave by Michelangelo.
Genuine, I would assume. The Gedde library is as well put together as Malia herself. Classy, rich, flawless, pure cream. This text is getting creepy. Undoubtedly proof that there is a god. This is quite a place.
Thank you. It's been in the family a long time.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Miss Gedde?
I assume that's what you're here for, detective.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could, but I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake, and I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake? What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
There's nothing silly about the voodoo murders.
But the voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's what the papers say, alright?
But you're not convinced?
No, frankly I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
Oh. Well, I can see that your imagination is considerable.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, detective.
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Gedde family came to New Orleans in 1800. We've worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right now. Keep it in your pants there, mister. Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm afraid I quite abhor them.
Abhor? What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I believe it's some sort of local holiday, but I don't know much about it.
Do you have any idea what caprice en girl means?
No, I don't. What does it mean, detective?
That's confidential information, ma'am. Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
I have heard of her, of course, but that's about it.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Animal masks? I don't know what you mean.
Have you ever heard of a Schadenjäger?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with that, detective.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, detective?
Do you have a career?
A career? Being the head of the Gedde family is a 24-hour day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise. The management of our business affairs and properties leaves me with time for little else.
Poor little rich girl.
Believe it or not, detective, wealth does have its price.
What kinds of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
It is, detective. It means a great deal to me.
Do you have a husband? A boyfriend?
I'm very independent, detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
So you've never been married?
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely. Someday.
She doesn't want to get married, but she will want children. Independent woman. Strong independent woman. Tell me about your family.
The Geddes? We're a very private family.
How many people are there in your family?
Well, my mother just passed away.
I am sorry.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you, or like your mother must have been.
He did not leave, detective. But that's really none of your concern.
I'm sorry. Go on.
There are, of course, other Geddes in the city. I have a large extended family.
I see. I like to hear just about anything.
I do a lot of charity work around the city, primarily in the prison and reform system. I'm not a professional sociologist, but it does interest me.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have a business degree from Vanderbilt. I wanted to study psychology, but my family's interest came first.
Oh, why not something like law then? Surely that would have been an asset to the family.
Law? Please, I do have some morals, detective. For the record, I'm 28, detective. I have few friends. A woman in my position can't really afford them. I try to stay away from the media as much as possible. Last year there was a story about John Kennedy Jr. and I. The phone didn't stop ringing for weeks. I prefer to keep my private life private. I would appreciate it if you would keep my name away from any public association with the police, detective.
Of course. I wouldn't know where to begin.
As you wish, detective.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that brownish gold, so deep and rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
A good detective never knows what might be relevant, Miss Gedde.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job. I think this has gone long enough. You're not really a detective, are you?
Who, me? Well, I am on this case, Miss Gedde.
I saw you at the lake yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer. Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
Alright, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity. I wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd be really angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police. I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Malia, wait. If you just give me a chance.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out. Robert? Show Mr. Knight out, please.
I most certainly will. Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Shit.
Now, I can say that you totally blew that off there, Mr. Knight. Some people.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to return home for the day.
Some people, like Gabe here, yeah, just don't get it, do they? Well, time for the next nightmare, I guess. Bye, Grace. See you tomorrow.
Day 3. Drawn to Bacchus's abode, I sought there to conspire, but it was in the city of the dead that I found my heart's desire.
I'm so glad you joined us today. I got messages when you want them. I also checked out Kazanu. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Great, thanks.
Now, are you going to tell me what happened yesterday with Malia, Gedde? Or is it just too embarrassing? Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
Are the stars out tonight?
Gabriel, you don't seriously think she's interested? She can have any man in the city, you know, men with bank accounts.
You underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal. When Daddy married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
Huh. Oh, I was suspect that there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be careful.
Meow, Grace.
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach about this.
It's called jealousy, my dear, and you're right. You should be jealous of Malia Gedde, as should every woman on this planet.
Oh, never mind. I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
The point is to get it into somebody else's hands. And soon.
Very, chivalrous of you there, Knight. Gabriel can't see a way of using that. How about we just pick it up then? Time is Picayune, dated June 20th, 1993. Gabriel scans over an uninteresting front page. Under the cultural events section, there's a notice about a lecture on African religions. The lecture is at Tulane University. Gabriel's source score for today. An evil eye is upon you. Change course before it's too late. Line up. So, day 3 starts. And we're gonna continue from here. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a good evening, good afternoon, and a good morning, and I will see you all next time. Take care, people. Bye.